We're here with Mick Hennessy at the press conference for Chisora versus Fury 2. It's a bit like deja vu, this, Mick. We're here a couple of months back.
I don't think it was deja vu, to be honest with you. I think that was a bit different from the other press conferences. I mean, I think the other press conferences in the build-up to the last fight were getting a bit same old sort of thing. That was very spontaneous from Tyson, but you know, it was quite funny. He got a lot of laughs, and it was interesting. It's a different story, but as I say, he's very spontaneous, and that's him. That's the way he is.
No, definitely. And with the whole tape and the fine from the British Boxing Board of Control, what's your point of view of that?
My point of view is that it's done and dusted. It's sorted. It's out of the way. We don't want to argue and have any more problems. We just want to get this fight done. Do we feel that Tyson went a little bit over the word with certain words? Yes, he did. You know, but they were only words. It was the heat of the battle. He's close to fight time, and you know, things get said. People are pushing each other's buttons. People are trying to get one up on each other, and you know, certain things get said, but they were only words. No blows exchanged. No one got hurt. And at the end of the day, these things have got to be taken into consideration. So, you know, we didn't believe that he should have been called up, but he was, and what happened, and we just want to move on.
And there's 8 weeks from now to the actual fight. Do you think we'll see that tape come off at any of the press conferences, or do you think that tape will be firmly stuck on?
I think, how can I say, you never know with Tyson. It's, I would say it's a long time to the fight, and I'd say it'll probably come off. But he's obviously where he's at the moment. You know, what can he say and what can't he say? He's a larger than life character, and in his opinion, he's been gagged. So that's what he got today.
And do you think British boxing and boxing in general needs characters like Tyson? When we speak to him one-on-one, he's a great character, great for interviews. Do you think British boxing and boxing in general needs characters like Tyson Fury?
Boxing needs Tyson Fury in a big way. How many characters are there like him out there? It just, there isn't, is there? I mean, look, he's brilliant for the sport, and you know, it'd be great if everyone can get behind him, because he's the type of character that in years to come, you know, people who don't like him will probably miss him, because he was so much entertainment. So, you know, the only thing I would say is, you know, if you feel that way, get behind him now. You know, he's a real quality person when you get to know him. But he's a young man. He's had a horrendous year, business-wise and personally, and he gets his buttons pushed on a regular basis. Sometimes he reacts. You know, bear with him. He's a young man. He's a brilliant fighter and brilliant for the sport.
And in terms of yourself as his promoter and the Fury camp in general, how frustrating is it that the number of, like, you've had a number of fights over the past couple of years and fighters have pulled out for whatever reason? How frustrating is that?
It's unbelievably frustrating. I mean, it's you know, it would be hard for people to get their heads round, because you've got to realise that he's at a serious time in his life where he gets it right with a fight, and he's going to be, you know, a huge name in the sport for the rest of his life. He's going to secure his family's lives. So when he goes into these training camps with big fighters like Hay and Dereck Chisora, they're like 4-month training camps. There's no stone unturned. Peter does like brawling training camps, and you know, as I said, they're incredibly hard. He brings in the best sparring partners from around the world. The sparring's phenomenal. The expenses that are racked up are incredible, and to be let down at the last minute for it to keep happening, for, you know, 3 big fights like that, you know, it's a lot to take. And it's, you know, it's hard, it's frustrating, because, you know, they were the right fights to take. The David A fight should have happened, in our opinion. It was great for British boxing. They were the right fights for take. So, from our point of view, we haven't done anything wrong our side. You know, Tyson stood up to be candid each and every time. But, you know, this is what happens.
And in terms of another one of your fighters, Kid Galahad, great performance on the weekend. He said he would take on Quigg and Frampton on the same night. What are your thoughts on Kid Galahad's performance on the weekend, and can we see those fights happen in the near future?
You can, I'm sure of that. I thought his performance was brilliant. I thought it was a masterclass. He's got that knack of making top fighters and dangerous fighters, look easy. He's got that knack. He's, for me, that kid was very, very dangerous. We looked at him, dangerous Brazilian puncher, huge at the weight, massive super bantamweight. I don't think I've ever seen anyone his size. Come in tremendous shape, wanted it really bad, and was looking for that big shot all night. But Barry just stayed super smart all night and didn't give him that big shot. It reminded me a little bit of Breeders' Prescott, who obviously took out Amir Khan back in the day.
Yeah, definitely. And are you going to be making offers to both the Frampton camp and the Quigg camp then soon, or?
I'm going to be making Scott Quigg another offer. I'm going to up the ante. We already made him a serious offer, which they didn't go for. So, I'm going to revisit that.
Definitely. Well, it'll be a great fight to have, and it's great having three excellent fighters in that same division, and all British fighters, and it's what the public love is, those domestic clashes as well now.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, I say to all concerned, seize the moment.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Mick.
Pleasure.